Alright, good day folks. This is Real Everyday Trader, Jason here. Today is day 130. It's a Monday. And well, let's get started. Let's start looking at what setups we can find today. Okay, so Aussie CAD bouncing off the monthly lows. Okay, so this has made an impulse move up. So I'm interested. I'm looking at what is known as an NT or pullback buy back up here. Let me just draw my RR lines to see if this trade is a go. Yep. As long as I get minimum 1-to-1, I will be interested. So I'm putting up a alert right here. If it crosses this trend line, I might go in for a quick trade to the top here. So let me write down on my trade sheet, which I do, by the way, every day. I print a trade sheet with all my parameters and I just trade according to what I see. Okay, let me just write that down. Okay, anything else to note? Okay, so this is an extended run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than 7. So this has crossed the 5 MA. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the downside on this one. Okay, next. Aussie Swiss. Okay, immediately, yeah, I'm not quite interested in this. It's just consolidating and ranging, and I don't trade ranges, so I'm gonna skip Aussie Swiss. Aussie Yen. Okay, it's punched through previous month high right here. So this morning has been on the upside. Right now, no potential entry. Maybe a pullback, but that may not happen. So I'll just set an alert around here anyway to see if I can pull back to the weekly levels for upside. Not gonna mark it because until I see the trade happens, I'll come back to market, flag it. Aussie New Zealand dollar. This is just messy, pretty messy for what I trade, so I don't see much of a setup here. I'm gonna skip this. Aussie US dollar. Okay, similarly punched through previous month high, so looks like there is some more upside to this, but we won't trade at this level. We'll probably want to wait for some pullback as well. Let's try and see if it pulls back to around this level. If that happens, then we'll come back and take a look at that. Otherwise, we'll just leave it and let's take a look at CAD Swiss. Okay, so CAD Swiss seems interesting to me because it's made a lower low here compared to this swing. So yeah, I'm looking at an NT sell. So it's kind of like a early reversal sell. So now where to set the levels? Let's see if I get entry somewhere here. Yeah. Oh, there looks to be quite a decent reward ratio coming back to the low. So yes, let me set an alert right here. I would say only on close, and I'll write here empty sell. Okay, and then I'll say create. So it will alert me once price comes back down below this level, and I can consider taking it to the downside. And let me write on my trade sheet here. Okay, extended run. Oh, okay, extended run. This one, so it might bounce back up as well. So, but we'll see. This the smaller, the 2 hour chart says downside. We'll see. This one, this line may not get taken out because we've got an extended run here. So let me note it down. So normally this is like a conflict because this extended run means buy, which is happening right now, right here, this purple line, because you've got it's been uptrend, 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 and then it breaks the 5 MA. So this is actually a 5 MA moving average representation in a histogram, so it's easier for me to see. So this could be a continuation upside on the daily chart, but on the 2 hour chart, if it comes back down, yeah, I might take this. So let me just mark it. I'm interested. Let's take a look. Let's come back to it later. Okay, cat yen. Okay, I don't trade double tops like that. I normally wait for move down and then a pullback. So right now, well, there's no edge for my strategy, so I'm gonna skip this. Swiss yen, okay, let's just scroll out a bit. Seems to be pretty high. It's at a high level. It's like an all-time high for the last couple of years. Let's look at the 2 hour chart if there's anything worth trading here. No, it's just we'll only wait for it to come back, pull back, or we'll take the reversal. But right now, there's nothing I would do. So Euro, Aussie, dollar. Looking at this, it's stuck in this range on the daily chart. On the 2 hour chart, it's just up and down. You've got a lower low and then a higher low here, and so this is really messy. We're not gonna trade this. Euro, CAD. Okay, so it came back up here. So it tried to make a low and then got rejected, come back up and close above the previous month high. So on the 2 hour chart, it's made a higher high compared to this swing. So yes, I'm interested in trading this as well, definitely. So let's set this. So I'll say this is an anti-buy. It's kind of like a pullback on an early reversal. So you got an early reversal and then a pullback, and then you take it back up. So depending on the levels, we can take it up to here. Consider taking it up to there. So we'll set an alert and we'll come back and see how this goes. We might get the trade, we might not. We don't care. Euro Swiss. There's no edge trading this right now. It's kind of, it broke the previous month's low, so there is still more downside. But right now, price action is really messy on the lower time frame, so I'm not considering any trades on this. Okay, Euro, British Pound. I did take this trade on Friday because of this impulse back. So pull back and then I got out with I think I got in somewhere here. Yeah, I got out at 90. So I got 1.3 R last Friday, so that's decent. So looks like it's now stuck. It's trying to make a lower low here. Man, this is tough, but I don't think I'm gonna trade this. Yeah, it's just a bit messy right now, so let's head on. So the thing to note is, don't worry, don't get caught up on one particular pair, one particular asset. I think you just take a mental note and you move on, and you try and see if there are more obvious setups. So euro yen, well, nice at these monthly levels, weekly level. So yeah, let's see if there's any reversal, but there's nothing you can do right now. We might come back to it later, so I'll just put a note that we might want to come back and take a look at this. Might be even like a failure, failure test. You move up and then come back down, and we'll take it as an early reversal trade. So let's set some alert right here. Make sure it takes out the high here, kind of like a fake out. So make sure you take that out, and then we'll come back and take a look at that. Save. Euro, New Zealand dollar. This is a definite skip for me right now. Looking at this, so it's just no edge in my strategy here. Let's go. Euro, the euro dollar. Wow, okay, so we didn't have a nice pullback. There was just this flat consolidation here, not enough of a pullback for me to enter a trade, but now it's gone up here. This is a wide range, so I'm gonna note down. So on previous wide ranging bars, we can expect some consolidation or a continuous push up. You can see right here, you see a white bar, and then there's consolidation, white bar, and then the consolidation, white bar, consolidation. So sometimes you do get like 2 bars, but looking at the level here, the monthly, so this could be a push up, a fake, and then we come back down. So we're gonna try and look out for some reversal here. LOHP has triggered a sell, or rather a high HOLP. So okay, I'm interested. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna mark it. So let's take a look and wait for this close. So I'm gonna set the alert at this level. Make sure you close below here. Okay, it's a sell. Might be a quick one. Nothing extended, nothing fancy, because these are just quick trades, and you try to reduce your exposure as well. Don't put a big position size on this. What you want is you're just trying to get little edges in the market. So quick in and out. Let's see if we can get 1R. We'll come back when it triggers. So next, pound Aussie dollar. It's just not so nice. 2-hour charts. Yeah, I don't know, still definitely a downtrend. It's not making any lower lows, and you got lower highs, so yeah, I'm not gonna trade this. That's next. Okay, bust through white range, you see a reversal consolidation here. So it's come back here. So it's kind of like telling you, hey, I don't want to be here. I'm kind of, this level has failed. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, what we're looking for is something like that, and then some pullback, and maybe we can trade that. But I don't know. I don't quite like this price action anyway, so I'll probably skip this. Well, I tell you what, let's set an alert and see if we can come back down here, and then we'll think about it when it triggers. Otherwise, let's just move on to the next one. So looking at this one is, if you look at all the ranges, look at the candles here and the wicks. It's just not ideal, not an ideal trading scenario. Although this recent push up kind of telling you I've rejecting this area. Yeah, I don't know, I don't like this, so let's just not trade this, but I'll take a note anyway. Pound yen. Oh, that's kind of like a little gap up this morning. Okay, this basically has gone up, so yeah, it has to be like a pullback for me to consider trading this. So let's just set an alert right here, and let's see if it triggers and we can come back. Let me just put a note here and we can come back to it later. Pound, New Zealand dollar. Yeah, it's just lower highs. So not quite ready. We'll skip this. Okay, the pound dollar, very similar to pound yen. So the only scenario that I would consider trading is a pullback. Let's see if we can pull back to this level here, which is the weekly level, and also near the previous month high. So you want it to kind of see if we can pull back here and test this area, this zone. So let's set an alert. Let's flag it. It's a pullback, and let's see if it happens. I'm gonna take a note here. Okay, so let's go New Zealand CAD. Yeah, range. Yeah, I'm not gonna trade this today, definitely, no edge. We got a narrow range days. This is a narrow range, NR7, narrowest range in the last 7 days. So I will still take note of this kind of patterns, because that means there's consolidation, and when there's consolidation, you're looking at range expansion. So whether it's upside or downside, we don't know. Yeah, you can't tell. So nothing to trade here. New Zealand yen pushing against monthly levels. You can see 1, 2, 3. It's all at this level. So 1, 2, 3, fourth wave up. So we might want to look for the reversal trade, but I don't see any good reference for this right now. But anyway, let's just set it in. Let's just set the alert somewhere here, this level, last level. And then this LOHP sell. So when it comes back down, we'll consider selling. So I'll just mark this and we'll come back to it later. New Zealand dollar. Similarly, hitting previous month high, didn't close above it. You can see double top. Yeah, I would consider this. So let's just, but I want to make sure we break this level because this is the level of interest. Okay, so let's see if that triggers, then we'll take a look. So you can see for my strategy, it's just setting alerts and letting it happen, and we'll come back to it. Our objective is not to really stare at the charts, you know, every 5 minutes, or that, at least that's not my style. So US dollar CAD, extremely extended down range, but you never know. Trends can last very long. So there's no, let's see, let's just scroll out if there's any reference here. There's only one reference here, right at 2017. It's hitting those levels, but other than that, nothing to note. It's just information. You don't trade immediately off those levels. So yeah, this is a tough one. It is extended. It is very extended. Okay, so with this level, let's just set it in. We might take a small position here if it happens. So this alert just to tell me that what strategy I'm looking at and what direction I'm looking at, so that when an alert comes, I don't have to worry about, oh, is it a pullback, is it an NT, so in this case I'm looking as a HOLP buy signal, means the reversal. So let me just mark that, and we'll see if that triggers. US dollar Swiss, let me just get rid of this. Yeah, you got a white range as well. Let me go back to this is a white range, so I'm gonna take a note. This is a white range bar. You got two continuous, so this is highly likely a consolidation candle, right? Like that. So you got 1, 2, and then a consolidation. So then that may happen. At least that's the probability. We are looking at probabilities. Nothing is ever sure, but we're saying most likely that's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't really want to trade narrow ranges anyway, so let's skip that. We've got enough setups. I think what's important is you got to understand you've got enough setups for the day. I've got 1, 2, maybe 3 decent setups. And look, US dollar, yen, this looks interesting in the sense that it has this impulse, so you're looking for a pullback and then maybe a back down here, but this is still moving, still going up. So let's see how we're gonna set this. So I'm gonna just use this temporarily as a reference. We'll take that away. We know, and I say if it closes below this level, Let's consider it as a empty sell. Empty is also a reverse of a pullback because it's like a reversal pullback. Okay, so let's move on to the indices. S&P 500 all-time high. Let's see. Yeah, we'll consider trading a pullback. So let's just set a reference point here and not worry about it. Nasdaq actually on the daily it looks like this uptrend and then a reversal, so it could be on a daily chart a pullback on the reversal. So it's like, you know, we made this new low. Oops, let me just delete that. Let's use this. So it's like new low from there, and then it's making the pullback and then coming back down. I don't know, might happen. So there's no apparent edge for today, so we'll just leave it. Maybe we'll just leave it. We'll not set anything. We'll come back later and take a look. The Dow also all-time high. It's crazy market these days. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Nothing we can do. Our job is just to trade what we see. Yeah, I don't see an edge here. Maybe a pullback, but this has run away pretty much. If you are not already in trade or not already in the position, there's nothing to do right now. Let's look at Aussie. Wow, it looks like this morning has been an active day. Just wants to go up. Yeah, so maybe only a pullback. Let's pull back to this level. Top here at the same time is the week. Yeah, that's unlikely to happen, but I'm just gonna set the alert anyway. If it happens, then we'll take a look. These lines were drawn previously, so let me remove those. Just to show you that it's kind of like in a wedge shape. You know, there's no specific trend. You got higher lows and you got lower highs, so it's kind of like consolidating here. Immediately when I see this, yeah, I know it is on the short term. It is on the uptrend, but without a decent pullback, I'm not gonna consider this. So let's skip for now. The FTSE also pretty extended. You know, the market is just moving up. Yep, no, let me just go up here. Some levels here, but not enough for me to trade it on its own. So yeah, I'm just not gonna trade this. Not for my strategy at least. So let's skip that and let's go to WTI US oil. Let me remove that. Let's see if there's anything we can trade right now. Yeah, it's downtrend. I wanted to play the downtrend, and right now is this morning I guess it gapped up a bit. So whether it will come back down and touch the gap, I don't know. It's at the monthly levels. Yeah, I don't want to trade this. There's There is no obvious pattern for me to trade this. The only obvious one is because it's made a new higher high. So obviously you could consider a pullback and back up there. So yeah, well, we'll just set here and see what happens. Because only if you hit that level, then I'm interested. If it kind of like treads along here and just grinds around here, your RR may not be enough to, you may not have enough RR. Okay, let's take a look at silver. Let's remove this. Broke up. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is it is diverging. You look at that, this high made a higher high, but it didn't make a higher high here, and this one, yeah, so it's a bit out of sync. I mean, it is pulling away upside, but I only trade pullbacks, and even if you trade breakouts, there isn't an obvious level to break out from, so it's no trade for me right now. Let's remove this, remove drawings. Well, I guess this is similar to silver. We've got two pushes here, so let's go back to silver again. You got one push. Yeah, it is upside. Yeah, it's just not so nice to play the pullback. You want something like that, right? You want something like that to play the pullback. At least at some level, and then you take it upside. And you know, looking at this, you don't have to be greedy. You don't have to go for you don't have to go like for 2R or 3R. You could go for a safe 1R on a previous high and take the profit and be happy. So for now, I don't like this. I'm not going to trade this. Okay, so the rest I don't really see. I just have it up there for reference. I guess this is it. Okay, so we'll just wait for our alerts to head off, to trigger if it happens, and we might come back a couple hours later to take a look again to see if there's any other edge we can see. But for right now, that's it. All right, thanks.